G'day fellas, Twin Turbo 74 here with episode 2 of the 1/12 scale Mp4 been a long time since I've done an update on this, nearly 8 months, and this is pretty much all I've done in that 8 months. I only build when I can, over night time when the wife and kids have gone to bed. But anyway, just try and make this a quick video, particularly for a fella called Mr. Theoden. Has asked me to do some just a bit more information on the details that I'm using in this kit, so I'll just run through that and show you some more detailed parts that I've just got in the mail. So there's the engine there, probably maybe 3/4 complete. Nothing's glued together there. All the fuel injection and the head is rocker covers come off. They're just mocked up at the moment. But just quickly, got your rocker covers there. They've probably taken me the longest to do, just with all the wiring and stuff. These little electrical connectors are a bit of a challenge. Just the wiring, quite a few parts in underneath here. It's all hidden, but it's all there. And all the bolts. Sorry for the camera again, it's the iPhone. Yeah, all the header bolt, the rocker cover bolts are in, except for this one because it's got to go in later. Gearbox being jazzed up as much as I can get it, just with detail bolts and paint. Yeah, just bare metal foil across there. These are all being cut off and replaced with metal tubing. Detail bolts, of course. This little black part here is not in the kit, and it's on the real car, so I've just made that up. Yeah, as I said, these rocker covers took a while. That's all bare metal foil across the lettering there, and all underneath the wiring's all bare metal foil. Other side of the gearbox, nothing flash there really. A lot of time went into the fuel injection as well. I've just drilled out all the butterflies because they're getting, I'll show you later, some photo etch parts in there. Little electrical plugs there. I can take that off, I think. So yeah, a fair bit of detail in here, just with wiring, plugs, detail bolts. That there's a handmade spring, which you don't see when it's put together anyway, but it's there, just so I know it's there. A lot of wiring going in there for the fuel injectors. More wiring, more electrical plugs. But anyway, that's the motor where it sits now. That's 8 months worth of work for me. Hence why I've predicted sort of 2.5 to 3 years for this build. We'll get onto some parts that I got. Just some top studio pieces. That's the little blue plugs I just showed you before. Motorcycle connectors, just resin. That's the electrical connectors that I'm using. Just the 2mm ones. You get the connector, you get the heat shrink, and these brackets are, you can use them if you want, but I'm using something else out of the big PE kit I got, which I'll show you shortly. And some wire tie downs to tie down all the wiring. There's a lot of wiring to come. That's just to tie it all to the cockpit of the car. Just bits and pieces here and there. Some detail master. I've got to get some more of this stuff. Some braided line, compression fittings, more compression fittings, and yeah, the fitting line. Just in the process of painting some of those up now. I found out I need to get some more, so I have to do another order soon. And this was in the mail today. RB Motion I've never used their stuff before, but that looks for some really good stuff. Yeah, pricing's alright, I suppose, if you want this sort of stuff, but I think it's pretty good for the detail you get. There's a whole bunch of parts there, from throttle linkage that I've been waiting on for the rocker covers, and just rod ends, brake bleeders, banjo fittings. What's under there? Oh, this thing is Clevis kit. I think it's for older model Formula 1s, but I'm gonna actually try and use these for the steering, like a universal joint for the steering. Try and put two of these together. I'll just have to make a little part that goes in the middle there. We'll see how we go with that. It's more banjo fittings, some electrical connectors. Anyway, that's RB Motion stuff. Looks pretty good. They do a lot of 1/12 Formula 1 stuff if you want to go and check out his site. First time I've had it, looks pretty good to me. Then we've got Perfect Parts. I've ordered just about their whole catalogue for this MP4 car. The only thing I haven't ordered is the brakes. I'm going to try and make those myself. I bought a mini hobby lathe and some aluminium tubing, so I'm going to try and make those. This is the suspension I've been waiting for. I had to pre-order these. He's only just finished making them. So there's the half shafts, the back wheels. This is all handmade, turned alloy, really nice parts. It's probably rear suspension there. Springs aren't included. You've got to get those, take those out of the original kit or make your own. That'll be the front suspension. Thunder Valley have also brought out an updated little kit which I've just bought for the front suspension as well, to go with the front suspension. Which are these little pieces here. I think they're cam levers or something. They join up to the front shocks anyway. But it's all good detail stuff, so I'm only going to build this sort of kit once, so I might as well do it properly. And some more little bolts there for it. As I said, that little bit expensive, this stuff as well as the RB Motion, this Thunder Valley. I mean, these two boxes were Australian, were $54 each, I think, something like that. So a little bit expensive, but really nice stuff. And no one else is making it anyway. Perfect Parts used to make something, but they're now, they're not making stuff anymore. So Thunder Valley, that's all that's available, and it's good stuff. And then you've got pretty much their full detail kit here that's got everything but the suspension and the brakes. I just got some tubing and fitting line, some clear tubing for oil line, I suppose, or fuel line or something. And a photo etch sheet. It's all rubber backed, so there's no cutting things off and making a mess. Looks like that's all your header gaskets underneath for the exhaust pipe exits, your main electrical box on top. There's heaps of stuff there. All your butterflies here. I've been stuck into a few parts, but all your butterflies there, and then all the little on top of the butterflies, a whole bunch of random washers and nuts, seat belts, all sorts of good stuff in there. And I think you can use the entire sheet except for maybe one or two parts. Maybe this thing here and one of these. But that's all good. I've already been stuck into some of that. He also sent me as just little samples of their version of electrical connectors. I don't really like them. I might find a use for something, might find a use for them, but I prefer what I've got, so I don't know, just a sample of what he's got anyway. And the velocity stacks, they look really cool, all turned aluminium, really nice looking. You got the revised, don't know what you call that, the velocity stacks go on top of there and it sits on top of the fuel injection, but apparently the one that comes in the kit isn't quite right, so this one's the revised one, but that'll get all painted up and carbon fibered anyway. And that's rubbish. And the gear stick, it's got to get painted bronze. So that's the Thunder Valley kit there. Oops, a lot of little parts in there. Again, that was a little bit pricey, but I think worth the money. It also gives you a little instruction sheet with it. Tells you where everything goes. I've highlighted all that, of course, so I know what I'm doing, what goes where. Yeah, so that was just a quick update there, and a little bit of information for the details for Mr. Theoden. If he's got any more questions, buddy, I don't know exactly what you're chasing, but just message me and I'll let you know exactly what you're after. Anyway, that's episode 2. Thanks for joining in, boys.